Good evening. I'm opening the meeting of the Bristol Township Planning Commission. I'm going to ask you to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I'm going to ask you to remain standing. To keep in mind our troops that are in harm's way, our prisoners of war, our killed in action, our missing in action, for the children who were separated from their parents, and any personal intentions you may have. Thank you very much. And good evening, those in attendance, and I would like to welcome our viewing audience. Commission, before we start our meeting, we have two sets of minutes for consideration. In September, we tabled the July 21st minutes. So we're going to take them off the table now, and I will entertain a motion to approve the July 21st minutes.
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. The other set of minutes that we are going to approve will be the September 15th minutes. I will entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Been moved in second. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Aye.
Thank you very much. We have one item on our agenda this evening. It is under land development. It is Amazon.com Services, LLC, 410 Terry Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, requesting preliminary and final land development approval for a driveway relocation to an existing distribution center located at 6300 Bristol Pike, Levittown, PA, tax parcel number 5-73-119-002 in an M-2 heavy manufacturing zone district of Bristol Township. Do we have a representative from Amazon? Yes, if you want to step up to the microphone, please. And if you'll identify yourself.
My name is Sean Muntz with Polar Engineering.
Is Sean?
It'll be green.
There we go.
What is it, Sean?
Sean Muntz, M-U-N-T-Z.
Good evening, Sean. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm blessed. Have another day.
All right.
All right, Sean, you're on.
Yeah, so this is actually the last phase of this project on this parcel. So we are literally just relocating the driveway to improve circulation and per the PennDOT HOP. You'll see here, this is the relocated location of the driveway. The existing location is somewhere back in here. This is, like I said, the last phase on this parcel. So phase one, if you recall last summer, was to improve circulation around the front of the facility and do some slight rehab to the existing building out there for Amazon. So they added some landscape islands in here, kind of restriped everything, repaved everything, made it nice and just beautified it really. So.
And Sean, for the viewing audience's information, what is the name of the road that's running along where you're coming in and out of?
So this is Bristol Pike.
Thank you.
Yep, Route 13, just down the street here. So that was phase one of the project. Then phase 2A, as we were calling it, was to build a 250 or so parking space lot in the back for storage for the Amazon vans. and then also to provide this drive-through area through the building for the vans to come in and circulate through the building and then leave with packages. So as I said, this is the final phase where we are simply relocating the driveway per the PennDOT HOP.
Okay. So Sean, I'm just going to ask you to go down for the record. I'm going to ask you just to go down the waiver list, please.
Sure. So we are applying for 11 waivers, most of which were the same waivers for the other 2 phases on the same parcel. So the first waiver here is to request to not have a separate submission from preliminary and final based on, similar requirements. So we're submitting as preliminary and final.
Okay, and Sean, for the record, please read the numbers of the waivers.
Sure.
Thank you.
Section 177-14E. And again, that is a waiver to request to not require a separate submission for preliminary and final. Second waiver is 177-40F. And that is being requested to allow a maximum grade of 5% within 20 feet of the right-of-way for driveways within a minimum width of 24 feet and a minimum radius of 25 feet. The next waiver is 177-41F, and that is a waiver from the requirement that no less than 15 feet of open space shall be provided between the curb line of any uncovered parking area and the outside wall of the nearest building. The project proposes utilizing existing paving and parking that exists within 15 feet of the existing building. As you can see in here, it's kind of right along the frontages here. I do also want to add at this point that we are adding 9 ADA accessible spaces as well with this project. And that is to make it totally comply between this parcel as well as the currently under construction parcel on 6200 Bristol Pike, the adjacent lot. The fourth waiver is to permit less than a 5-foot radius of curvature for all curb lines and all parking areas in order to maximize the amount of available on-site parking and loading. The fifth waiver is 177-41Q, and that is to provide less than the required 2 trees for every 10 parking spaces, in addition to any other requirements for buffering and landscaping. We have noted here that every effort will be made to plant as many trees as feasible, and the ability to plant trees is hindered by the limited amount of internal landscape islands proposed, coupled with the required site lighting requirements. As part of this phase of the project, I do want to note at this point that because we are adding some additional throat to this driveway here, we're actually peeling back these landscape islands a little bit. So there is I believe 1 tree and 1 light pole that will be slightly relocated. I'm talking a few feet. And number 6 here, 177-41S. A waiver is being requested for construction of parking areas in accordance with design standards. Waiver has been supported by an acceptable geotechnical evaluation in order to provide a reduced pavement section. It's much similar as we've done on both this lot and the 6200 lot. Waiver number 7, 177-43A, is being requested from the requirement that sidewalks be provided along the frontage and to deem those as unnecessary for the public safety and convenience. As you, I'm sure, are aware, there's currently no sidewalks along Route 13 there. It's not exactly pedestrian accessible. So that waiver was previously granted and we're requesting it again. Number 8, 177-43B and 177-51A1A is being requested from the requirement to provide street trees and sidewalks along the frontage. As I just noted, street trees are now also included with that waiver. Number 9, 177-48D3. Waivers being requested from the requirement to keep edges of slopes a minimum of 5 feet from the property line where 0 feet is proposed. And that sort of was a carryover from our previous Phase 2A, where we had some grading on the north and south ends, which got pretty close to the property line there. Number 10 here, 177-91A1 and 177-92A1. Waivers requested from the requirement that the plan be drawn at a scale of 1 inch equals 50 feet. We have our plans are currently at 1 inch equals 40 feet. And lastly, waiver number 11, 177-91C3 and 177-92C3. Waivers being requested from the requirement that the location names and widths of streets, location names of railroads, location of sanitary sewers, storm drains, water mains, culverts, petroleum and petroleum product lines, gas lines, electric and telephone lines, fire hydrants, and other utilities, or significant man-made features on or within 200 feet of any part of the tract be shown in the plans. We provide an aerial plan sheet to request a waiver from that.
Okay, thank you, Sean.
Yep.
Commission, you've heard what has been presented to us and the requested waivers. Are there any comments or questions from the audience? Kurt?
I've nothing to add.
Okay, Bob?
Nothing to add, John.
Okay. Any questions from the commission?
Do you know what the status of your highway occupancy permit is?
Yes, I know that they are currently under review. I believe they got 1 round of comments and resubmitted approximately a month ago. So probably quite a few months away.
Okay.
But we're just trying to kind of get the land development through in the meantime. So.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to recommend to council the land development of Amazon.com Services LLC, 410 Terry Ave North, Seattle, Washington, requesting preliminary and final land development approval for a driveway relocation to an existing distribution center located at 6300 Bristol Pike, Levittown, PA, tax parcel number 5-73-119-002 in an M-2 heavy manufacturing zone district of Bristol Township, contingent upon complying with the Pannoni letter from PEMDOT regarding the highway occupancy permit.
Of course.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? It's unanimous. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Having nothing else on our agenda, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of this commission to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And the leaves are falling. Watch out while you're out there driving, and have a good night. Meeting is adjourned.
Do we need a motion?
Technically, you really don't. I always do.
Really?